So you wake up from a bad dream. Your heart is racing, your body's tense, and your mind is replaying the images over and over, and then you found it almost impossible to fall back asleep. It can be unsettling, right? Sometimes the dreams make no sense. Other times it stirs up old fears or feelings that you thought you've left behind. The first thing I want you to know is that bad dreams doesn't mean something is wrong with you. In fact, dreams are often the body's way of processing stress, processing memories, emotions that haven't had the space to fully be felt during the day. And when we understand that, we can stop seeing, bad dreams as threats and instead start working with them in gentle and healing ways. So in this video, I'll share both emotional and science-backed tools to help you handle your bad dreams so you can put an end to them and so they don't keep you stuck in fear or rob you from your rest. By the way, I'm Daniel, and I've been a sleep coach for the past 8 years after a 10-year debilitating journey with insomnia where I spent over $180,000 trying to heal as a fight for my life. So you don't go through that without learning a whole lot about rest, and most of all, it left me with a passion to help others with sleep. So here we are. All right, so let's dive in. As uncomfortable as they can be, bad dreams are often carrying a message. It's important to understand. They're like the body's subconscious way of saying, hey, there's something here that needs attention. So instead of pushing the dream away, I want you to ask yourself, what emotion was present in that dream? Is there something I'm avoiding feeling during the day? See, when you approach your dream with that curiosity instead of fear, it shifts the power dynamic, right? You're no longer being chased by the dream. You're meeting it with awareness. Often what we carry into sleep shows up in our dreams, right? So if our nervous system is still wound up from the day, or there's still unprocessed thoughts and emotions, that tension can spill into the dream world. And that's why a strong grounding practice before bed can make such a difference. So I'm just going to suggest some basic ones. There's so many around, and find the one that actually resonates with you most. I love the 4-7-8 breathing. So that's a inhale for 4, hold for 7, and an exhale for 8. Or a gentle body scan, right? Simply noticing the tension, and just the awareness alone can be powerful. Or you can invite each part to soften as you scan through. Lastly, I would say writing down any lingering thoughts or stressor, so your mind isn't carrying them into sleep. And do not underestimate the power of journaling. It's a great way to process our experiences. As normal or as maybe basic as a piece of advice as that sounds, it's powerful. And science shows these practices as activating our parasympathetic nervous system, lowers cortisol, and sets the stage for deeper, calmer sleep. And so we teach our body to say, we're safe to rest now. So I'll also suggest that when you wake up in the morning, grab a journal and write out your dream, not to analyze it, but to simply see and acknowledge it. It's the same idea with therapy or talking with a friend. By just being witness in whatever you have to share, it can be healing. And the same is true when we witness ourselves by sharing our own thoughts. Because journaling does, 2 things. It gets the dream out of our body and onto paper. So instead of letting it swirl around inside you. And then over time, journaling can reveal patterns, themes, or emotions that are asking for attention. And we know that expressive writing reduces anxiety and improves sleep quality by lowering what's called the cognitive arousal, and that overactive mental chatter that fuels the insomnia and disturbing dreams. So as I've hinted, bad dreams are often signs that an emotion is seeking more attention, right? Maybe grief, anger, fear, or something smaller, like daily stress that never has been given an outlet. Instead of brushing it off, ask yourself, what needs to be felt here? Sometimes that means allowing yourself to cry, to shake, talk it through with somebody else. And other times it might just mean seeking a little extra support. So when emotions are processed and witnessed during the day, they're less likely to explode in our dreams at night. Now, this one is likely going to be confronting, but I highly encourage giving it a try. If you wake up from a dream and you're emotional, don't force yourself to go right back to sleep. Treat yourself the way you would a child who just had a nightmare, right? Be gentle, kind, easy with yourself. Listen to yourself. Invite you to feel what you need to. Comfort yourself. Place a hand on your chest. Breathe slowly. Remind yourself, I'm safe. It's not ideal. You'd rather be asleep, but brushing these experiences under the rug only lets them fester, and meeting them with compassion helps them to be released. Another couple random things I want you to keep in mind, since they have been shown to be connected with bad dreams. First is an inconsistent sleep schedule. Keeping a consistent bedtime helps you regulate your natural rhythm and is thereby less stressful on the body because routine is comforting. Another is body temperature. Overheating at night can fragment REM sleep and intensify dreams. Keeping your room cool, ideally between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, can support this. So nutrition and alcohol, right? And probably not a big surprise there. Alcohol or caffeine too close to bedtime all disrupt REM sleep, which means it affects your dreams. Morning light exposure. Some of these basic sleep hygiene practices also support our dreams. Getting that sunlight in the morning anchors your circadian rhythm. It improves the balance of REM and deep sleep and helps dreams feel more natural, less chaotic. And last thing I'll mention is IRT, imagery rehearsal therapy. If you struggle with reoccurring nightmares, there's a proven technique where you literally rewrite your dreams while awake. You imagine a new ending, one where you feel safe, supported, or victorious. Studies show this reduces nightmare frequency and helps retrain the brain's response. So I want you to remember that dreams are often just signals, right? Sometimes your body is processing stress, emotions that haven't been felt. Sometimes it's just the brain clearing out the day. All of us will experience nightmares from time to time, but by combining that emotional support, that curiosity, the grounding, the journaling, compassion, and regulating your sleep cycle, you can rid yourself of these frequent bad dreams. And remember, instead of being haunted by them, you can use them as invitations to slow down, to listen, to heal. And if you're ready to go deeper into the emotional nervous system side of things, you're welcome to join my sleep support community. That's where we explore the root causes together with live calls, courses, and in a community of over 1,000 people that care and are going alongside you in this healing journey. And the link's in the bio. And I'll just close with reminding you that you're not broken. Your body is just asking to be heard. And when we listen, deep rest becomes possible again.